In this lesson, we'll talk about another unit testing strategy called mocking to write a test for our encode with coder method. Mocking is similar to the dynamic stubbing approach we took in the last lesson, but unlike stubs, mocks are inherently expectation-based. What this means is that we write various expectations for how one or more interactions should happen, and then we verify that behavior after we've run our method under test. Let's take a look at the encode with coder method. Encode with coder is just calling these various encode methods on the NSCoder instance that gets passed into this method. Now, since this method returns void, means we don't have anything that we can retrieve and verify. Instead, we need to rely on our mock to verify that these particular methods were invoked. And these will represent the various expectations we'll want to set up. So let me switch to the artist test class. And I'll create a new method called test_encode with coder. Just as we did previously, I'll begin this method by creating a mock coder instance. I'm then going to call the expect method and tell it what to expect. So I'm expecting that encode integer with this particular artist ID for this particular key will be called. I'll set up another expectation to say encode object with this artist name value for the artist name key will be called. I'll then create an instance of our artist and call its encode with coder method, passing in that mock coder. And then finally, I want to call verify on that mock coder. So this will ensure that the expectations that we set up at the beginning of our test did in fact happen, and if they didn't, it'll fail our test. So I'll type Command U to run the test, and we can see our test succeeded. Now if I change the expectation, so change the key value for instance, type Command U again, I'll see the test failed. If I look at the detail, I can see that I have an unexpected method being invoked. Change that back to what it was. Type Command U again, and we can see our test succeeded again. You should now have a better understanding of how we can use OCMock to provide mocking behavior in a unit test. Wrapping your head around dynamic mocking and stubbing is not easy and will take some time. If you're new to unit testing, this is definitely a foreign concept with some unusual syntax, so don't feel bad if you're feeling a bit confused. The good news is you will have that aha moment where their purpose will suddenly make complete sense, and when that happens, you'll find yourself being able to test all kinds of scenarios that you previously didn't think you could unit test. Check out the OCMock.org site for some additional info on this topic.